Between the excitement is everything. I'm Mitch, and this is Mitch Reviews Everything. And today I will be doing a beer review. I will be reviewing Rusty Rail Brewing Company's Noktoberfest Blood Orange. You can see the bottle there. It's a very attractive bottle, at least to me it is. It has a cool horse there with steam coming out of its nostrils, much like I would say, well, Rusty Rail Brewing Company, much like a train. Nice brown bottle, and that is, I think I'm reading that right, Noktoberfest. So we'll go over the bottle here. They have a little blurb on the side here. So, in 1810, to commemorate his wedding, Prince Ludwig of Bavaria organized a horse race for all of his subjects. The 5-day event gave birth to the German tradition of Oktoberfest, and eventually the American tradition of brewing sweet German lager for fall. Well, this is not, underline, this is not an Oktoberfest. We chose to boldly defy tradition with a seasonal beer that puts a twist on German ingredients. Join us as we break away from the pack and run our own race. So, this is, from what I gather, Noktoberfest. This is Rusty Rail Brewing Company's seasonal fall beer. So instead of doing a regular traditional, I guess, Oktoberfest style beer, they're doing one brewed with just the traditional German ingredients. So that is interesting. One of the reasons I bought it was because the label, of course, was eye-catching, and the name of this beer was interesting. I didn't really understand it. Noktoberfest. In fact, I didn't understand it till I read the label about 2 minutes ago before filming this. This is a rye ale with blood orange. It's a 5.3 alcohol by volume, 12 fluid ounce bottle. This is a Rusty Rail Brewing. It's a small brewery out of Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. So I'm not sure where they're sending this to, how far Rusty Rail Brewing Company is sending this out. This might only be like a Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, West Virginia, Virginia kind of thing. I do not know. It seems like a really small operation from their website. Just started 2013. I've never had a beer from them. In fact, it's the first time I've ever seen a beer from them. So it finally, I guess, made its way to this part of the state. So I'm kind of curious about this beer. Their website says that this is, in fact, brewed with 100% blood orange juice. So that's interesting. So we will see how this goes. I'm just going to go ahead and give this a pour into a pint glass, and we'll see how things go. Well, the color's exciting. You know, for a beer that's not an Oktoberfest, it certainly looks like a beer that's of that style. Of course, I've had Oktoberfest, but unfortunately I can't tell you what kind or what brewery. It pours a nice reddish hued, coppery kind of color. Kind of really like that. Not much of a head. The head's off-white. Off-whitish to a cream. Kind of an interesting color. I did write down some notes on this because after I saw that it is not supposed to be an Oktoberfest, the Noktoberfest, but they're brewing it with traditional German ingredients, and they had rye malt listed, caramel rye malt, pale ale malt, chocolate malt. Interesting. But yeah, that's what they have listed on their website. So let's give it a smell. I don't know if my nostrils are messed up or not. I kind of getting like a caramelish orange smell, but Can smell that malt rye. Of course, it is a rye ale. So this is more of a German rye ale, I guess, tradition or style beer. You can definitely smell the rye. You can smell that like caramel. I'm not smelling any chocolate, but I'm smelling the orange. And it all seems to be pretty well balanced. It's a pretty refreshing beer smell. But we'll go ahead and give this a try. Definitely a rye beer. It's that very rye beer kind of definitely. I mean, they're spot on that. I'll tell you that. I'm getting that rye malt. Now I'm getting like the afternoon. It's that like caramel chocolate, I guess, malt they have listed. Yeah, I guess I'm getting that orange kind of. Not as much as I thought, especially because I'm not getting as, they're an Oktoberfest blood orange. I guess I was anticipating, sorry for the delay there, I guess I was just trying to think about this, but I guess I was just sort of anticipating a very in-your-face orange. However, it's far more subtle, and I guess I anticipated that because their website listed this as having 100% blood orange juice used. So I guess I was sort of anticipating, but I come to find that out with beer that when they do use like natural ingredients or they're putting like a natural fruit in, it's a lot more subtle. It seems is what I'm finding out. So this is a pretty good beer. It is definitely a rye beer. It has that rye malt kind of flavor to it. And the blood orange is nice. It's just kind of there, like mixed with everything else, and you do get that. I'm tasting more caramel malt than that chocolate malt, but I mean, it's it's kind of a full mouth feel to it as well. It's actually a pretty nice beer. I don't I actually do really like this a pretty good bit. I mean, this isn't my favorite beer I've ever had. But it is in fact pretty good. It is a pretty good beer. I will definitely be paying a little bit more attention to Rusty Rail. Again, it's the first time I've seen it. But maybe I've just been passing it up. Looking on their website, they had a whole bunch of other varieties of beer. Every single one of their label had that small brewery kind of feel with really cool, unique art. So it catches your eye, and like me, you end up buying it.